Hello, just thought I'd record this have a quick video. Just spoke to Chris again. There's one other indicator he uses instead of the parabolics, and that's a chandelier stop. I've managed to find that one and download it to save to the template. As you can see on this chart, I believe this is how Chris has his charts. This blue line, that's the chandelier stop, and this red line here, as you see there. And obviously he's waiting for this one to turn to the blue for the upside and the red on the downside there, just as the parabolic, as we use the parabolic on IG, so it's exactly the same principle, so we're just waiting for them all to change. I think this is the same sort of chart setup that he uses. I've saved this one as but what I've also done, especially for newer members, I've just to tidy it up a bit, I've saved this one also. Boss Scalp Clean. Just hopefully this one will look a little bit more simple to follow. I've just changed the colour of the zigzags to grey, so it obviously doesn't get mixed up with the reds that we're looking for with the moving averages and also the chandelier stop. And then I've changed the chandelier on the long side to green. So again, we're just looking for all green or all red. So I've saved this template. I'll send over both. I'll send out the other one with the ATR and the 165 and 55, I believe it is, moving averages, if anyone wants to use them. But this is a clean version for this scalp, especially for the newer members. It might be a little bit easier just to follow, a little bit easier on the eye. So I'll go over today's trade. I haven't traded today because obviously it's bank holiday again, but I'll quickly go over the trades that have been had today, and with these indicators as a scalp method and how they should have been taken. Firstly, the chart's an hour out, so I'm starting at 8 o'clock here, but that was obviously 7 o'clock. So we start in this sort of area. It's sort of come up there. It doesn't quite look like I would have got into a long there, but I would have taken this short here. We see all the indicators on this bar here turn to red, and then we break the bottom of the zigzag, and I think it would have been sort of 16652 around this area entered, and there was around about 10 pips down to the bottom. And as I said in yesterday's video, normally on the change, looking for 15 pips with risking 15 pips max. This would have come down around about 10, maybe 8 with your spreads, and this would have been a break-even trade. It was what you got to remember, especially if you're gonna stick to scalping like this. You've got to be prepared to pull the trigger and shut the trade off and not let it get into a losing position. So we've come down nicely. As soon as this big green bars come back into the equation, you've got to be looking to pull the trigger and stop the trade as close to break even as you can, even if it does mean losing the odd pip or two sometimes when you've gone 6 or 7 into profit. Obviously this one's a little bit more, so you've had time to close out at break even, but that's the important thing to remember, that you're going to be closing these trades quickly because you're looking to scalp. You don't want to be letting too many go into losses when they've come back quickly against you. So again, it's come back down. It hasn't passed again the second time round, and then we've had the change of direction, and obviously going off this bar here, we can wait to take out this top of the zigzag and getting around about this point, and there was a nice 15 pips to be made up to this point. Another thing I did talk to with Chris, if the direction has changed, you can take the boss trade. So say we're looking at this zigzag, you can still take the boss trade as long as he says around about 6 or 7 pips. He'll still take the trade, but obviously watch very carefully, and if it rebounds off the top of this zigzag and starts coming back, obviously be prepared again to close it out quickly at break even, or at the most for a 1 or 2 pip loss. But when they do break through, they obviously run, so you can get in these trades earlier, 5 or 6 pips before the top of the zigzag, and there's a nice 15 pips to be had on that first trade. And it's come back again, broke the moving averages, so lined up for a second trade here at this point. 68, 7, around about 10 pips there. Again, because we're going in the same direction, you could well have taken that trade and collected 10 pips. Maybe not just, but at the worst that should have been a break even on this the second time here. And then it's touched the moving averages, hasn't quite broken, it looks like, but this could possibly be a trade again. If you take this on the way back up, taking a boss trade signal off this trade and coming around this area again, there was 10 to 15 pips to be made on this next time up. And then we see on the way down we've changed direction and we get the boss. This is quite a long bar, this one, but we get the boss signal here, and we could have taken this trade here, obviously looking in case we do bounce off this point, but it's drove through nicely, and again this would have been another 10 to 15 pip scalp quite comfortably, if not more. And judging by the look of this, how fast it moved, you could well have picked up a few more pips on a bar like this. As I say, I haven't traded today because it's bank holiday and I don't trade the bank holidays, but you can see this is a cable, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that at the start, but just trading the scalp method, as you can see, you shouldn't have taken many losses today, if any. You had the chance to break even a couple of times, and 2 or 3 nice trades of 10 to 15 pips, so it wouldn't have been a bad morning's trading up to around, well, 12 o'clock, that would be 11, so there was more than ample opportunities to use the scalping method today, and hopefully that should help people understand it more. If you do have any questions on the method, you can send me an email, or if not, if I've said anything wrong, I'll talk to Chris about it. But hopefully you can see this is pretty straightforward. We're still using the same boss rules, we're just using this chandelier instead for our third indicator, and we're just looking to scalp. Just remember that we're going to, if you get into 6 or 7 pips and it comes back against you, just remember to close out. You always got to be finger ready on the button, especially if you're newer to trading. I'd just concentrate on one pair where you're getting used to it, and I don't think I'd trade more than two pairs at a time, even my screens, because you've got to be your finger on the trigger as it is, and look to close them out. You don't want to be taking losses. You want these levels to break and to quickly go into profit and be in and out quick. So just bear that in mind, and I hope this all makes sense, and this chart looks nice and clean, and this will be available on a download with the video, so you'll be able to put this chart straight onto your MT4 platform. There is a video on the members page of how to upload it. You just drop it into the indicators, but I've gone through that on another video, so if you've got any problems, just please have a look at that video first, and hope you enjoy using it.